Here we go. Lesson 33. Subtracting integers. Some pretty cool, handy stuff when we're subtracting integers. Method of algebraic addition to subtract integers. That's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to be doing some stuff. We're going to be changing some problems around. So let's take a look at A, which is -3 minus +2. And let's also take a look at B, which is -3 minus -2. Okay, so we got two things that we're doing. And it's really helpful to do the additive inverse when we're doing these problems to help us solve them correctly. Because what we end up doing is this, -3. We're going to change this to plus because we're going to actually use the distributive property to distribute that negative sign over there, -2, to get -5 to simplify it. So we're going to add the opposite because that's what's happening there. Now notice on this one, on B, that I got two negative numbers. So when I add the opposite, I'm actually adding the positive of the number. So I end up with -1. So pretty simple, handy stuff. And that can come into real life because if you had a checking account balance of $1,286 and in the mail you get a rebate check because you went to Menards and bought a bunch of stuff, and you get a rebate check of $25, that's your rebate check. And you also get a utility bill of $128, that's your electric bill. And you deposit the rebate check and write the check for the bill, what's the equation of that? Okay, to find the balance, we'll use B for balance equals 1286 plus 25 minus 128. So what we're doing is B equals 1,286 plus 25 plus -128. And you know, when you pay the bills, you want always to end up above that zero number, at least at zero at the very worst, but never below it. So when you do that, when you use either method that I just drew up there, you should end up with a balance of $1,183. And then that means you are good. So what that means for you is there are some rules. So the sum of add-ins with different signs is 1, subtract the absolute value of the add-ins, and 2, take the sign of the add-in with the greater absolute value. Okay, so an example of that would be -12 minus +3. Okay? -12 has the greater absolute value, so my answer is going to be negative, and 12 minus 3 is 9. Okay? One final set of rules. When you have the same sign, then you add the absolute value of the add-ins and then you take the sign of the add-ins. So for example, -12 plus -3. Okay, both my add-ins have the same sign. My answer is going to be negative because they're both negative, and 12 plus 3 is 15. Then I know that I'm going to be all set. So give a shot to A through F on your practice problems and then for your homework tonight. Thank you.